Hey, we're back for some more Warlords Redux streaming. Right, this is going to be the first of probably a 3-part stream this weekend. This first stream is going to be fairly short, but I want to get a bunch of prep work done so we can maybe work on harder stuff tomorrow and Friday. I have no idea how long the other stream's going to be. So I kind of summarized it all in the official Discord, what we're going to work on this week. We're going to be take our radar system and we're going to make it work for thermals. I already got the code I need. We'll just have to jump in a game and test some stuff real quick. We're going to swap the MLRS for the Zamak MLR. Just because that works better with the scoring system and both sides will have the same MLRS and it's easy to destroy. You can literally kill it with a rifle. Better because MLRS is kind of OP. We're going to work on that scalar NAM bug we were seeing last week. I think I got some ideas. We're going to probably refactor airfields to try to get the airplanes to spawn outside of them. We're not actually going to fix the planes spawning outside of them. We may just make airfields bigger, because that's going to be the easy workaround, because it just looks bad when the airplanes are spawning outside of them. If we have time, low priority is to change the ramps around it at Southeast Airfield to work with the AI Shikra. We're gonna try to get the rotary wing UAVs to spawn correctly. We may try to get them to land correctly, but getting them to spawn correctly is my first goal. We're eventually gonna try to write some configurable spawn heli. We're just gonna wrap the heli spawn code in that if statement is what it's gonna boil down to. And then I could set the configuration file at the start of the mission so people could pick, do you want helis on the ground or you want them in the air? We're going to test out spawning fixed-wing UCAVs in the aircraft spawn code section. So first thing we need to do is we need to go add in all that debug code. And then farther down the line, we're going to try to add a new spawn class for naval boats, because right now they're hard-coded to only spawn the infantry, that one type of boat. We're going to do the same thing for the naval infantry, because again it's hard-coded and it's never a good idea to have hard-coded stuff. And so that covers those two, and then we're going to add a new carrier sector to the back end just to help us filter items, because right now there's no, because we ran into that problem with the UCAV, and this one last week when we ran into the problem with the fixed-wing UCAVs, the Stingray. That's why I need to move the UCAVs to the aircraft spawn code. So if I could get them spawning there, I can have another fixed-wing UCAV that has different requirements to only spawn on the carriers. So we can have two of the same item, because right now you can't have two of the same items in the same buy list, because it breaks it. And you can't have multiple sector types requirements in there either, so. Although I rewatched the stream last weekend, I could not figure out what was causing that can't spawn the item in the sector thing. The code we were writing should have been fine. It's just like it doesn't recognize when it has multiple sectors requirements. I think at the start of the mission, it's probably like parsing something, and it's just not computing correctly. I don't know, dude. We're just gonna get around it by spawning them as aircraft, and then spawning them as not aircraft thing. So we're gonna do some refactoring. Actually, this may be one of the first things we do. We're gonna refactor the naval carrier zones to allow better placement of the CWIS, Mark 45, VLS, and other stuff. We're gonna try some crazy ideas to see if we can get airplanes spawning on the deck correctly. We may try this really early, because this is going to be hilarious if it works. So last week I said the map code was hard-coded to display certain sector types. I don't think it's actually hard-coded. I think it's just coded in where it looks like it's hard-coded. I think if I'm willing to forego the localization, I can actually make it work by writing my own stuff. We'll see though. And if I can get that to work, then I think I can also get this dynamic, because in the config files you can change the CP payout period. Like the norm now these days is instead of 60 seconds, I think it's like 75 seconds or something, to lower the amount of passive CP coming into the game. But it doesn't display that on the map. So, and I was never able to find the CP per minute in the code, so I thought it was, something hard coded. But when we found the sectors last weekend, I know what file to look in, and it's sort of hard coded, but I think I could override it. If we have time, we're gonna keep trying to work on the UAV crew code. God, that's gonna be the death of us. Some new ideas I had this week. Well, it's not a new idea. We need to take a look at the cross-faction kill scoring code. See if there's something simple we can do to decouple that from the config files. Because right now it only awards kill score if the vehicle you're killing is not part of your faction by default. So, example, a Op4 spawns in a Rhino. The Rhino is Op4, but in the game files, Rhino is still Blue 4. So if a Blue 4 player kills the Op4 Rhino, he gets credit for killing the people inside of it, but he doesn't get credit for actually killing the vehicle. So we have never even looked up the kill code, or the scoring code, so we'll have to do that. I had a crazy idea a couple days ago. So the welcome screen, nothing says it has to be a static thing. Like, I have that message in there about the team bounce system, but I was like, I could just stick the team bouncing code in the welcome script. Instead of affecting the CP, what it would be doing is displaying the current status of which sides has economic sanctions on it. It could show, blue numbers, red numbers, like the same way I did the blue ball and red ball code. Yeah, I could literally just take the blue ball, red ball code, display it, and say red team has, sanctions or something if there's too many people. And if I could do that, there's all kinds of stuff I could do, because, in theory, I could be pulling stuff from all over the place and displaying it as a dashboard, like a just an up-to-date dashboard. Because, not saying I can't, but let's do first okay, that was a massively huge explanation of all the stuff we're going to be doing tonight. We're not going to be doing all that night. I literally have less than 2 hours to stream, and I have to go. So first thing we do, get VS Code up. And we're going to get GitHub up. Okay, so first thing we need to do is our patch notes. Rename our patch file. Okay, patch is started, and our first patch note is updated. We're going to say updated naval assets. Added some Easter eggs into the code. So this is going to be, we're working on Redux ME. At some point we have to go update Maverick. Update to vfile. Okay, there we go. So let's do something super easy to start with. Let's add the Zamak in instead of the Actually, while we're working on this, we're gonna do something cheeky. We're gonna take the Black Wasp and the UCAV. And we're gonna copy paste that here. No, let's not do that. Let's put these in as vehicles. Because the vehicles spawn under parachutes. And I have a hunch that because we were able to get these things to spawn like turrets using the turret code, if we spawn them as vehicles, they should spawn under parachutes. This is kind of a... This is definitely one of those left field ideas, but... Alright, sorry, my mouth was getting dry there. I did not drink anything before we started streaming. Okay, so we got those, stuck those in a really awkward place just for testing. And next up, we're going to add the Zamak. So I need to go find some code for the Zamak. Okay, so Arma 3 wiki Zamak. And I hate how the Arma assault stuff comes up for the actual Bohemia. Dude. Just please. There we go, found it. Okay, the Zamak MLR. It's this code right here. Let's go find vehicles, start up a blue 4. Or okay, so we're gonna place that right there. And this is the Zamak MLR. Oh, I was also talking with people about what price is the... Should the VLS be? I think I'm gonna go with like 38,000 because it has 32 missiles. I don't know how effective them, and it has cluster munitions as well. Which is kind of bad. Okay, right here. Paste that. Oh no. Okay, edit, undo. Gotta go right there. Gonna go there. So we save that. So I need to start Steam up. 3. I know what I'm missing. Music. Okay, I'm on the right profile. Editor. Whoa, that's an interesting zone to get first one.
Warlords protocol initialized. Voting for the next sector. Select sector.
Don't really have a choice. Going to Oreo. Not gonna lie, this is a cool place to get a starting sector. But let's get some money.
Sector selected.
There we go.
Select drop zone. Airdrop in progress.
It works. Oh god, it works. That is actually hilarious. Question is it damaged? Yeah, it's instrument cluster's damaged, but it's whatever. Doesn't have radar anyway, so it's not that big a deal. That's that actually what happened on the carrier because the carrier's flat. This thing got hit because its left main there hit, and the rest of it collapsed onto the beach. Carrier that is flat. That definitely would not be an issue. Okay, what else do we need to test? We need to test the Zamak.
Select drop zone. Airdrop in progress.
Okay, I have no idea how this thing works. Okay, I'm pointing at the bad guy town. Go to the gunner seat. Okay, it definitely does not have a cluster of munitions. Yes, now the fun part. We got the sector set. Cannot fire. Why can I not fire? Am I doing something wrong? Okay, why can't I fire? Oh, is it because the town is too high or something? That's weird. It's like there's a specific spot right here that I can't hit. That's weird. It must be, uh, huh. Must be something about Oreo being on a hill or something. Like, okay, next up I got to test to see if this thing rearms correctly.
Select drop zone.
This is where I'm going to
Airdrop
regret
in
the rearm
progress.
timer. Uh-oh. Well, we're gonna have to go fix the rearm timer. Have to adjust it down to like 0 or something. So I'm not gonna sit there and wait for 13 minutes for that to... where making stuff work correctly bites you in the butt. Let's go to constants. Day out period, where are you? Oh my god, seriously? Payouts. Pay off. That was definitely not what I wanted, but it's down here. Okay, cooldown rearm. 80, so I don't have to do that math again. And we're gonna set this to like 30. Make sure I do not save that. I just need to make sure the Zamak works with a blue 4 rearm container. There's nothing in the code that says it would not work, but I have literally no faith in the Redux code to do what I think it should do, so. Oh, baby. We can go test it on an aircraft carrier.
Protocol initialized. Voting for the next sector.
Because you know what's cooler than just testing something? Testing it on top of an aircraft carrier.
Sector selected.
Fortunately, we're just going to murder all these people. Because I have too much to do this weekend. Not enough time to do it.
Sector seized. Voting for the next sector. Select sector. Select destination. Destination selected. Select destination. Destination selected. Sector selected.
Okay, I want to look at some stuff. See how big I have to expand this. So I placed it, I think. I placed it because I didn't want the actual center of the sector to be on like this part of the runway, because this part is the actual part that's considered the runway. That basically covers the nose of the ship. I fixed that. I didn't realize how bad that was. Oh yeah, it's just that one piece. Okay, we need to lower that. Let's go look at the other end. My controls aren't set up. There we go. I can move. And I'm walking back here to see where the sector actually ends, so I see how much. Because I realize that, say you want to keep your CWIS out of the way, there's nowhere to really do it. Because these are all helicopter spawn spots. Ramps. You know, obviously you got a runway right there, which means you kind of sort of have to do it over here. Not a ton of room over here. And if someone was actually... I heard there's a way you can get all these catapults and stuff to work. Which means that you're now limited to being behind this blast shield. And we're already at the edge of the sector. And this is a... This spot's another aircraft landing spot, which means the only spot you have left to place your sea whiz or artillery is over here behind the tower. Or down on the quarter decks. And the sector doesn't go out here, so you can see we are... Actually don't need to expand it that much. Let's see how far we are currently 25 meters above it. This way. Oh, whoa, whoa. I was self-killed there. Okay, so if I expand the zone about 30 meters, and I move it back about under 20 meters, I should be able to cover all this area. You can spawn the sea whiz and stuff down here on these decks. This is where one of the spots they go in real life. The phalanx. I know that because I was just reading Red Storm Rising, and they talk about the port and starboard aft sea whiz systems and that. Okay, that's good to know. What if I go up in this tower? I really explored it. I want to get a cool shot, so when I parachute the Black Wasp in. You can get up there. What? I've never been on this side of the island. I didn't even know there was an outside of the island. I always thought the island about our aircraft carriers were just like on the edge. Suppose it makes sense not to have it right on the edge because of weight and balance issues. Yeah, first I need money.
Select drop zone.
I've never tried to spawn two things at once here, so
In progress.
they may explode. They're definitely going to explode on top of each other. Probably not the... Well, they landed politely on top of each other. Let's go see how that screenshot turned out. Let's remove those assets and try to get a better picture. Whoop, they exploded. Whoops. So this is definitely not going to be a high capacity zone. Though in theory, I could use the code I gave Coffee Maker where I decoupled their spawn spot from is there else on this carrier I can go?
Select drop zone. Airdrop in progress.
That's not good. All those weapons are floating in midair there. Oh, weather cleanup code just kicked in.
Select drop zone. Airdrop in progress.
Man, he's hitting that deck freaking hard. Definitely damaged his instruments, dude. Something bad happened here. He has his weapons. Okay. Okay, we may end up using the little hack that we use for helicopters on these. Okay, but next up, we need to spawn the Zamak.
Select drop zone. Airdrop in progress.
Move it out of the middle. Then we're going to spawn the ammo truck. Not an ammo truck, the ammo crate. Gear here on.
Select drop zone. Airdrop in progress.
Okay, let's go to gunner seats. Computer. I don't think I can get a screenshot. Hang on. Actually, let's do a barrage here and I'll just take a screenshot. And we're gonna get out. Oh. Oh wow, I actually killed people. That's awesome. Seeing if rearm if it lets me do. Okay, definitely cannot do. Okay, let's check some screenshots. Alright, so I'm gonna upload those to Andrew. Okay, I got that posted in Discord, and now let's write some patch notes. Actually, let's game. Okay, rearm timer. Let's. Where did I put that? Here we go. So 1080. Okay, let's write some patch notes. M5 MLRS replaced with Zamak MLR for both teams. Okay, but to make that work correctly, we got to go do some backend stuff. So what we're going to do inside the vehicles code for the Black Wasp and the UCAV, we are going to add the new carrier capable sector, so people don't accidentally spawn them somewhere that's not a carrier, because they're not supposed to. Let's double check everything we changed here. And so now we need to go into the game itself, the editor, and we're gonna go fix that ramp. We saw that was messed up, and we're also gonna do the refactoring of Navy zones, because we could make them try to change the position a little bit, make them a little bit bigger. Okay, so first things first. Do this in the dark. Let's right. So the Z axis to lower that by, just make that a 0, at a 3. It's a 1/10 of a meter difference there. Not quite perfect. Let's go down a tiny bit more. Okay, that's good enough for me. Next, we need to ooh, which one is it? Not that one. Okay, that can't possibly be it. Okay, so now the fun part. So we're gonna guess that we're gonna make that 250 just to start with. Okay. Wish I could rotate this, but I can't. So we're gonna make that like 200. There we go. And we're gonna move these back just a little bit. Okay, so since stuff's going to be spawning in the center of the sector, it should not spawn on the flight deck or on the helipads. And we should have plenty of coverage on the back end. Now things are going to get tricky because this next zone, I have to adjust it without allowing that submarine. So that blue line cannot intersect that yellow box. And I have to get the front of this ship inside this sector. It looks like we're oriented north-south, so that's good. So I can make that like 275. Okay, that did nothing. Why did that do nothing? Better question is, what value did I just change? Because I just changed a value somewhere. Oh, that is freaking hideous, dude. That is not going to work. Okay, we did something wrong. I think we adjusted something, not the other carrier. Yeah, I think we did. And the thing is, I can't move these because this sector has to stay on top of, I can move it a little bit. Are, okay. I can move this a little bit. Still not big enough. Okay, so this access, we're going to increase that to 25. Oh, no, it's touching. No. We may end up having to move that submarine. Yeah, we're going to have to move the submarine. There's basically no way that I'm going to be able to get this sector. Okay, let's just pony up and do it. No, no, no. Here, we'll drop this by, let's see here, some drastic. That was too drastic. Okay, that's pretty close, so we'll try 0.5. Okay, I think we got it. There we go. And we also got to drag the carrier out a little bit, because if the carrier intersects with these ramps, it will just be like, yup, nope. And it'll delete that ramp. So kind of have to do this pretend thing. Okay. Good. I think I might have to move those a little bit away because they're scaring me where they're at. Yeah, that bought us a little bit of room to play with. This back to where it was. All right, so let's try. We're getting there. Okay, I hope that's guess that should be good enough. I mean, we're covered most of the... Yeah, I feel like the only thing we're not covering is like the pointy little tip on the end. Okay. Bad news is we have to go in and test this. That's the bad part. Okay, let's jump to game. We need to test these things. Just a minute is up for. Oh no. Yeah, we're not doing that. Nope. Okay, I got less than an hour left to stream here. I absolutely have to go. Really? See, 1, 2, 3. We may roll with this.
Warlords protocol
Just for the sake of
initialized.
time.
Voting for the next sector. Select sector. Sector selected. Sector seized. Voting for the next sector.
How much is that zone worth now? 7? Okay, that's not too bad. I didn't actually want these to be high value zones. Okay. 12, yeah, it's a little on the high side, but... Just trying to keep the value as low as possible because I don't actually want, just in case there ends up being some kind of technical issue that I don't understand in these. Don't want people ruining their game just to go cap the OP sector that can spawn stuff.
Sector seized. Voting for the next sector. Select sector.
Okay, so Agios. Okay. Let me go there to Agios.
Sector selected. Sector seized. Voting for the next sector. Select sector. Sector selected.
I just went completely brain dead here.
Sector seized. Voting for the next sector. Select sector. Sector selected.
Ooh, we got lucky. Like a wave happened to be coming over this right as I did that. So now things are gonna get weird. I have to get to the
Sector
front of the
seized.
ship.
Voting for the next sector. Select sector.
First thing I need is money.
Sector selected.
And I need a transport.
Select sector.
So let's go, because you can't actually walk out here to the end of the ship here. Okay, so I can't spawn any of those. Can't spawn these. I forgot to put the restriction on those. So what do I need? Okay, so defense. Can I... If I spawn this, can I walk it out of the zone?
construction cancelled.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Where is this thing? Oh. That was an unfortunate accident. That was my helicopter, man. Apparently these don't have, these things are spawning way too far in front of me. May have to rein in the... If that spawn's correct. Oh! No, it doesn't spawn. Oh, it clipped the... Got it. It clipped that little shield in the front. Need to rein in the offset. Okay, while we're here, we're going to go ahead and make this zone a carrier zone. So what am I spawning with H? H. And we're going to make this C. Copy that. Yeah, we need to expand that other zone, say by like 5 meters. Yeah, I still got a couple inches to play with here. 70? Okay, that's literally as far as I can go. Let's do a quick fire check, because if that sector intersects that submarine at all, it's going to throw an error on boot up. Okay, it did not. Stuff. Okay, and then next we have to go into the requisition list. We got to clean up the requisition list. So vehicles, I am going to add sector C as a requirement. Okay, this is op 4, I think. Yes, that's east. So next we're going to go to four. Okay, added those. Next we need to rein in the offset for SAM sites. I'm gonna make these like 4. And now let's go add all this to patch notes. Fixed. Set values for 49 Mark 21. What else did we do? Added new That was actually a ton of patch notes that we did in just one big shebang there. Generally not the best idea, but I'll copy all of this. Yeah, let's double check here. Yep, we just stuff in the mission file. Oh, you know what we've got to do? We forgot to remove these from the gear defense menu. No longer needed. Okay, that was op4. Same for okay, we actually need to add that. And while we're here, we're just gonna go ahead and do this VLS, dude. Just at VLS. Let's make that 38,000. That thing, I think, legitimately scares me because of cluster munitions on it. Okay, there we go. Okay. Got about 20, 30 minutes left to go. Tomorrow weekend. So let's go to Discord and see how much I can check off here. Okay, so we repriced the VLS. Yep. We tested carrier spawning. Yep. We replaced the MLRS with the Zamak. Yep. Airplane landing on carrier's code. Technically, yes, that works. It's not the way I wanted to do it, but. And we resized Navy zones. Yep. And we tested parachuting airplanes onto carriers. Cool. So next up is adding a toggle for the IR sensor component. Right. This is going to be under process client requests. And the code is going to be okay, right here is where we did the active radar sensor component. So the thing is, I got to go check to make sure. Actually, we're going to uncomment that. Uncomment that as well, because we're going to be playing around with that stuff tomorrow, so let's do it while I'm here. Okay, so I have to go into game and I have to figure out how do you get thermal stuff on an airplane first, because I can't test to remove it. I don't know where it is. Oh, we just got lucky. Spawn them all those.
Warlords protocol initialized. Voting for the next sector. Select sector. Sector selected. Sector seized. Voting for the next sector. Select
Okay,
sector.
I completely forgot what we were trying to test. Ah, yes, I need an airplane that has, I know nothing about airplanes and their targeting pods. Okay, Griffin
Sector
clearly has one.
selected.
Let's do Cass.
Select sector.
Oh my god, game. Okay, so somebody said it was like control race. Oh, there we go. Okay. Thermal. All right. So it's control. It's hold control right mouse button. Theory, if I disable that. Okay, so we're gonna take this code, copy that, paste that, and now I need to change this active radar sensor component with a new IR sensor component. Okay, jump back in the game, find ourselves an airfield. Just kind of using airplanes as a prototype because I already know I have solid code working for these, for the whole radar thing. Not too bad, 2 sectors away.
Warlords protocol initialized. Voting for the next sector. Select sector. Sector selected. Sector seized. Voting for the next sector. Select sector. Sector selected.
That was not the right thing. I almost teleported straight into a bunch of baddies.
Sector seized. Voting for the next sector. Select sector. Select sector. Sector selected.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to move Molos around. That's no good, man. That sector needs to be way down here. Okay, interesting. That did not work. I mean, I have to remove this little pod. Alright. So we have one more option we can try. It's disable TI equipment. Okay, 1 second. I'm doing some yeah, I'm reading through some old patch notes, looking for some commands here. Oh, this must have been a really old patch, dude. Still fixing arsenal stuff. Kind of crazy reading these old patch notes. Like you forget about all the little bugs that were in this game. Okay, that was not. That was disable locking. Alright, so let's go Arma 3, disable TI equipment, I think was the command. Yep, disable TI equipment. Okay, true to turn it off, false to turn it on. Okay. So it's going to be disable TI equipment true. Okay, let's try this again. And this will probably be the last thing we do. I gotta go. A couple minutes. Yeah, I literally just a couple minutes ago. Hopefully this works because our last option is disable. It's completely disable view mode. There's a view mode option as well. Like view mode 0 is normal vision, 1 is NVGs, and 2 is thermals. And that is not the solution we want to use. I don't know if I could do it per asset or we'd have to play around. That's our final option, so. We're 2 away. Did I pick blue? Yes, I did.
Warlords protocol initialized. Voting for the next sector. Select sector. Sector selected.
Oh, did not kill them. Yikes. Oh. That, we got lucky. Got real lucky right there. That was...
Sector seized. Voting for the next sector. Select sector.
So weird this place having a strange name. Oh, I found out a command called create location.
Sector
use.
Selected.
I could use that, so I think to override the names of these zones. I don't know if it would be a smart thing to do, like lag-wise, but definitely something I could do.
Sector seized. Voting for the next sector. Select sector.
Okay, I need money.
Select sector. Sector selected.
I'm wondering where that targeting pod is on this thing. Because it was right behind the main landing gear, but... Oh, that worked. Okay, so nice. Okay, so tell you what, turn my music down a little bit here. So okay, so now I just gotta add that code to tell you what, we'll get this code done really fast. We'll push it up to GitHub. And we'll end the stream there. I might stream. No, I'm not going to stream later tonight. I'm already like mentally drained. Okay, so now what I have to do is write this, that, okay, and it's going to be thermal, or we'll call it IR, to be jet. So what we're going to do now, we're going to save that. We're going to go to our constants. And here we are going to do this. Paste, paste, paste. And this is going to be IR jet. IR Heli. IR tank. Okay, one is IR off. Is IR active. Although it's not really two, it's just literally any number other than one will make it do that. So cool. Okay, so then we go to process client request and we copy this now to here. And then we also copy it down to D. Is man. Okay, vehicle rate. Here's where we create vehicles. Here's where it's spawning stuff. I think here is a correct spot, I think. Yeah. It really worries me how that's lined up like that, but okay, so then we need to copy and paste those constants in. So tank. And where is our helicopter spawning code? Here we go. Boom. Yeah, boy. Okay, let's add. Okay, cool. Copy and paste all of this. GitHub. What is this? What did I move? We're gonna discard that. Okay, cool. And that's going to be the end of the stream. Cool. We got a huge amount of stuff done. And I will be back tomorrow, and we'll do harder stuff tomorrow since we got a bunch of easy stuff done already today. So, see you tomorrow.